Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for all your support lately. Exciting times now for the Toronto Raptors and Lin as they make their playoff push. But one question we've gotten lately is, where do we think Lin would have ended up if he stayed with the Knicks and continued his run there? Well, let's rewind back to the winter of 2012. If we were to redo this scenario under more favorable circumstances, this is what I think would have happened. I think Mike D'Antoni, the head coach of the Knicks, does not quit. Now, at this point, the Knicks are in a bit of a tailspin. The chemistry is not quite correct, so he's frustrated and he thinks he might get fired anyway. But let's say that Lin and the coach and management and Carmelo all hash it out and convinces him to stay on and play out the rest of the season. Okay, great. Now, at this point, Lin is still injured because he has a torn meniscus and he's going to be out for the rest of the season. The Knicks continue to play decent basketball. They make the playoffs as a lower seed and get eliminated by the Miami Heat, the eventual NBA champions. Now, the offseason arrives, and the Knicks match the $25 million offer from the Houston Rockets, as they said they would. As a joke, the Knicks even mentioned that they would match any contract up to $1 billion. So let's say they keep their promise and they match the 3-year $25 million, and they promise to keep Lin as a building block for the team. So now that he's been re-signed, Coach D'Antoni stays on and Carmelo stays on, and they talk and they try to work things out. So they showed glimpses of working together the previous season, but now they have a full offseason to get everything right. Now, keep in mind this is 2012, so Carmelo goes off to the Olympics to play for Team USA. And he played really well in the Olympics, if you remember. He worked as a small ball power forward, shot a lot more threes, worked off the ball, and overall was just in really good shape all summer long. So now Carmelo goes into training camp the following season in great shape. Lin has the entire summer to rest and recover and not worry about his contract situation. The Knicks at this point also bring in veterans and other players to help increase the depth of the team. And they bring in Jason Kidd to help mentor Lin. So under Kidd and Mike D'Antoni's tutelage, Lin continues to improve as a point guard and continues his mastery of the position. Carmelo also has a full training camp to work with him. They never signed Raymond Felton to a contract, and they bring back all the core pieces that they had from the previous year. Now, I think the Knicks are in a good position to have a great season, and I think we see a lot more of this as the season progressed from 2012 to 2013.
Trying to initiate. Carmelo Anthony reaches in the steal. Lin to Melo. You apply that pressure. Jose Calderon tried starting the offense with 9 seconds on the shot clock. That's that.
So the Knicks go into 2012-2013 with a loaded roster. They've got their coach. They've got Jason Kidd, Carmelo Anthony, Tyson Chandler, Amari Stoudemire, Iman Shumpert, and other good players. And keep in mind, though, at this point, the league hasn't fully embraced the Warrior style of play, which is just all shooting on the floor. At this point in 2012-2013, guys like Amari Stoudemire and Tyson Chandler still have a prominent role in the NBA as pick-and-roll partners and shot blockers. But nonetheless, Mike D'Antoni was always ahead of the curve, especially in his Phoenix days. So the Knicks fully embrace his pick-and-roll spread offense, with Lin playing the Steve Nash type of role. I think the team really gels, they get their chemistry right, and they have a great season. The Knicks, I think, finish second in the Eastern Conference with 57 wins, and they win the Atlantic Division. Individually, I think Carmelo continues to build off of his impressive Olympic run, and he averages 27 points per game and has an MVP caliber season, and of course makes the All-Star team. As for Lin, I think he has a very strong season. He was red hot, obviously, in the previous season, and he comes back even stronger with improvements on his left hand, with his jump shooting, with his decision making, and just having the tutelage of Jason Kidd and Mike D'Antoni helping him. And I think those numbers are strong enough to get him a reserve spot in the All-Star game at 18 points per game, at about 7 assists per game, and about, let's say, 4 rebounds, which is close to what Raymond Felton was able to produce when he was there for that season. So great season for the Knicks. The players are playing well. Everyone's gelling. Mike D'Antoni has full control of the team. But unfortunately, I think they fall to the Miami Heat in the playoffs. I think they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and drop to the Heat in about 5 to 6 games, I would say. The Heat were just unstoppable that year, and they would eventually go on to win the NBA title. So the Knicks' run probably ends in the Eastern Conference Finals. And beyond 2012, 2013, it's hard for me to say exactly what would have happened. The Knicks were an aging team. Injuries were starting to take place. Jason Kidd retired. So there are so many factors in play here. But drop a comment below on what you think would have happened in the 2012-2013 season. And if you like the video, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.